I reached Kumbh Mela. Devotee is always in thoughts of Guru and Krishna. My Guru was sitting on Vyasasan in Kumbh Mela. I was standing there, so many devotees were there, many visitors came sitting, and my Guru was chanting Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. And he reached on the bank of Yamuna, where a gopi found Lord Krishna and Radharani were sitting on the seat, bedecked with jewels and ornaments. And that gopi saw and she forgot everything. So my Guru started crying. I saw this with my eyes. And then he stopped. He did not talk no more. Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasoda Anandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari. That's where he started crying. Because he remembered a gopi who went on bank of Yamuna and saw Radha and Krishna sitting under a Kadamba tree on a throne bedecked with jewels. Guru is not an easy person. Guru is next to God. So, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij means only Guru and Krishna can give you the seed of devotion and fructify the seed and let it grow and reach to the spiritual world. Nobody else can help. That's why real devotee doesn't care about anyone. Only cares about Guru and Krishna. If these two people are with him, then whole world is with him. Yasmin tushte sarvameva tushtam bhavati. By pleasing whom everybody becomes pleased, devotee gets hold of that person. That's why my Guru, when he was giving a lecture in Calcutta, one man came and asked him question that Vivekananda did such and such, such and such. My Guru immediately stopped him and told him, due to Ramakrishna and Vivekananda, whole India is going to hell. That was a very hard statement. Why is that? Those big commotion because it's Bengal and both of them are Bengalis. Ramakrishna is Bengali and Vivekananda is Bengali. Both of them are Bengalis and my Guru is Bengali too. And he giving lecture in Bengal in Calcutta. Due to Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Vivekananda, whole world is going, whole India is going to hell, he said. Because Manava Seva e Madhava Seva. That was the slogan. And that is opposite to Bhagavatam, opposite to Vedic civilization. The civilization in which these two people were born, that civilization tells you go to the root cause. Root is Krishna, not leaves. Manava Seva means serving the leaves of a tree. Madhava Seva means serving the root of the tree. Like that. So, I reached Kumbh Mela. My Guru was sitting on Vyasasan. Because we always think of Guru and Krishna and nothing else. We may be talking with somebody else, we may be talking philosophy, but our consciousness is always with Krishna and Guru. So yesterday we ended where? Yesterday we ended in Manushyanam Sahasreshu. We ended there. Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhaye Yatadamapi Siddhanam Kaschin Mam Veti Tattvataha. In Bhagavad Gita, there are 5 factors, 5 topics discussed. Let's talk about 5 topics. Number 1, Atma. Number 2, Paramatma. Okay, number 3, time. Number 4, material nature. Number 5, karma. These are 5 factors discussed in the Bhagavad Gita topics. And these topics include Karma Yoga. Jnana Yoga. And Dhyana Yoga, you can say. And Bhakti Yoga. And all of them are called yoga. All of them are yogas. But Dhyana Yoga got Ashtanga Yoga. It's called 8 categories of yoga. Dhyana Yoga has 8 branches. And 8 kinds of perfections are received. So these 5 factors are discussed in these 4 yogas. Karma, Jnana, Dhyana and Bhakti. Alright? In that, there are 3 parts. 3 parts, that is Karma, Jnana and Bhakti. Now try to remember, Lord Krishna spoke 18 chapters and war took place in Kurukshetra for 18 days. And Mahabharata got 100,000 slokas. Out of that, 18 chapters are retrieved and called Bhagavad Gita. But it is a part of Mahabharata, divided into 3. This is divided into 3, like a box divided into 3 portions, upper portion and lower portions and inside. Lower portion has got inside, our portion don't have inside too much. So, Karma Yoga is the bottom part, Jnana Yoga is top part, Bhakti Yoga is jewel inside. So, Bhagavad Gita 18 chapters divided by 3 becomes 6. First 6 chapters we ended, that is bottom part of the box. We discussed Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Dhyana or Bhakti Yoga. Now middle part. Middle part is the jewel inside. That is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, without Bhakti nobody received and no one can receive perfection. Nobody received, there are no incidents in Vedic civilization where without performing bhakti one received perfection in life or seen God. Now you may ask a question, when Durvasa Rishi reached Narayana, so he has seen Narayana, but Narayana never forgave. When Durvasa Rishi offended a devotee called Ambarish, a grihastha and a king, he got so many responsibilities. Not only responsibility of his family, his responsibility of the job. He has ruling. He was the emperor, Chakravarti, And he was offended by Durvasa Muni, a Swami, a sannyasi. But when he got offended, Chakra came, long story, he reached Narayana. So how can you say without bhakti you can not see Narayana? How can you say? You cannot reach God unless you are perfected, you cannot see God. So he must be perfected. So no. Why not? Lord Narayana kicked him out. Go from here, get out. My chakra cannot save you. Go from here. It is better to be loved than be beaten. So devotee wants to be loved, he don't want to be beaten. No devotee in Vedic civilization ever got punished by God. No devotee. There are incidences that devotee was held by Krishna on his shoulders. There are incidences Lord Krishna demanded the dust of the feet of devotee to put on his head. There are incidences Lord Krishna removed the problems of his devotees. There are incidences Krishna kissed his devotees. There are incidences. But there are no incidences in any scripture of the world that some jnani, some dhyani, some yogi, some karma yogi, some malecha, some karmi got such facilities. There are incidences that they got punished. There are incidences, even a Swami, a sannyasi, like Durvasa Muni, got punished. Krishna kicked him out. Narayana, go from here, go from my abode, go to earth and go take shelter and touch his feet. Beg pardon. So what did he see? Kansa also saw Krishna. Ravana also saw Rama. Hiranyakashipu also saw Lord Nrsimha. So they also saw. Did they receive perfection? No. So Manishyanam Sahasreshu, these 5 factors we are going to discuss. We have discussed 6 chapters. Now, Sahasreshu kasit yatata siddhaye yatatamapi siddhanam kasinimam viditatvadaha are thousands of normal people. One will come and become a devotee of Krishna. People will become jnanis, dhyanis, yogis, what not. They will not put tilak, no neckwears, no chanting japa, because this is all low class, they think. Because their mind is bewildered by Maya. One who is in Maya, he thinks bhakti is no good. Bhakti is just for children. Krishna loves such kind of children. Yatatam abhisiddhanam. Those who have received perfection while executing devotion. One knows me in truth. One understands me in truth. What is truth? Look, what is truth? When Krishna came in the assembly of Duryodhana as a messenger, Duryodhana wanted to arrest him. And he got all his constables and everybody ready to arrest Krishna. Krishna manifested his universal form in different way. There are many kinds of universal forms. The Arjuna is seeing the universal form that which nobody saw before. This is different one. But what Lord Krishna showed in the assembly of Kaurava, that universal form is many Krishnas. Which one to arrest? So who understood Krishna is supreme? Only Bhishma Deva. Nobody understood. So Krishna is understood in truth by those who are blessed by Krishna. There are 2 kinds of energies. See, Bhumirapo nalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yammi bhinna prakritiya sadha. There are 2 kinds of energies. One is material and spiritual. One is spiritual. Material and spiritual. Material is earth, water, fire, air, ether, 5. And then plus 3. Mind intelligence and ego. Spiritual, spirit soul. Spirit soul is spiritual. Krishna will speak later on. Aparayamiti stvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jivabhuta mahabahu yayedam dharyate jagat. Because this spirit soul uses everything material. Uses everything material. Nothing is left in this world is not used by spirit. Spirit moves matter. Matter is moved by spirit. Matter itself cannot move. So, it's upper energy called spiritual energy. Now, there are two kinds of avatars of Krishna.